Vegas jail to California jail. California jail way harder than Vegas jails. You know what I'm saying? And it was way more harder inmates. God damn, homie. I was on top of the world until I met your motherfucking ass, dude. Shit wrong, dude. Come on, homie. I need something. Throw a dog a bone or something.
Are you worried that this might come back and bite you? And you might end up having to, I mean, essentially, at this age, anything related to that would be a life sentence, right?
Man, dog, whatever life got to offer me, I'm gonna handle it, dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm a God-fearing man. Whatever life gonna, you know what I'm saying, deal me, whatever cards I got dealt, I'm gonna handle it. I ain't gonna go up there and cut my wrist, hang myself or nothing like that. If they wanna come put me in jail for life, it's just something I got to do, dude. You know what I'm saying? And like I'm scared of jail or nothing.
All right, y'all, let's look at Keefe D's world behind bars, where things have gotten pretty intense lately. After a rough encounter in prison, Keefe D, dealing with all the tough stuff of being locked up, decides to ask Suge Knight for help. This interesting story unfolds in the tough setting of prison life, where friendships and weaknesses can make a big difference in staying safe. As Keefe D tries to handle the tricky situations of prison, his request for help from Suge Knight gives us a peek into the complex relationships and power struggles happening inside. In the vast landscape of Tupac's influence, his impact reached millions of devoted fans around the globe. The legendary rapper wasn't merely an artist. He became a symbol of resilience, a voice for the voiceless. Now, with Keefe D facing the harsh realities of the justice system, the echoes of Tupac's legacy reverberate. For millions of fans, Tupac was more than an artist. He was a cultural icon whose untimely demise left an indelible void. As news surfaces of Keefe D's challenges behind bars, some of Tupac's fervent followers may view this as an opportunity for poetic justice, a chance to see someone implicated in Tupac's tragic end face the consequences. And we all know how, in the world of hip-hop and justice, it's often said that karma catches up, whether on the streets or behind bars. After staying under the radar since Tupac's tragic death, Keefe D is now facing the consequences. It all happened when he started talking about Tupac's death.
And you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
Nah, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started shooting at Tupac. The car that you were in came up behind Tupac's car. You guys didn't, the cars were not facing each other.
No, they weren't facing each other.
They were not facing each other.
Gutter lane.
You guys got up parallel to them, behind them. And you know, when you look
Side by
at
side.
side by side.
Keefe D isn't just in trouble for being the one who pulled the trigger. In Nevada, if you help or support someone in committing a crime, especially something as serious as murder, you can face serious consequences. What makes Keefe D's situation even more complicated is that he openly talked about his involvement in various interviews and his book, Compton Street Legend. Keefe D admitted not just being a bystander, but also confessed to giving the gun used in Tupac's shooting. This means he played more of an active role in what happened that night. When Keefe D was questioned about the shooting, he shared details that made his involvement clearer. Meanwhile, among hardcore Tupac fans and the wider hip-hop community, there's a belief that Diddy played a big part in that tragic night in Las Vegas. Some people say Diddy arranged a $1 million hit on Tupac, and Keefe D seems to confirm this with a mention of a green bag. Keefe D's revelations not only shed light on his own involvement, but also implicated Diddy in Tupac's murder. This disclosure has put Diddy in an uncomfortable position, with the spotlight now on him in connection to the tragic events in Las Vegas. The rumors swirling around suggest that Diddy isn't pleased with being implicated and having the target on him. The whispers in the rumor mill hint at a potential repercussion for Keefe D. There is speculation that Diddy, feeling the heat from these allegations, might be taking drastic measures to silence Keefe D and protect his own reputation. The atmosphere is tense, as these rumors add an extra layer of intrigue into an already complex and high-profile case. There are suspicions of foul play fueled by animosity and additional information. Keefe D is facing serious threats to his life, with rumors circulating that he's at risk in prison. Keefe D has been revealing details about the shooting for a while, even discussing it in his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend. Interestingly, he is the uncle of Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, the person suspected of being involved in Tupac's shooting in '96. Although Anderson was killed in '98, he always denied being responsible for Tupac's death. To recap, recap, Tupac was shot multiple times on September 7th, 1996, while riding in a BMW with Suge Knight. A Cadillac pulled up and gunfire erupted. Tupac passed away a week later at the age of 25 at the height of his rap career. Keefe D spilled the beans in 2018, admitting to being in the Cadillac during Tupac's murder. Now, he's the sole survivor from that incident. In 2010, he shared details of the event with investigators, incorporating it into his own memoir as a way to avoid drug-ring charges. The mystery surrounding Tupac's murder, linked to Biggie's death 6 months later, remained unsolved until Keefe D started talking. Retired LAPD detective Greg Kading revealed that Keefe D implicated himself in the heart of the conspiracy. Born on June 14, 1963, Keefe D, also known as PD, is deeply involved in the California gang scene, representing the Southside Compton Crips. His life is marked by gang affiliations, personal losses, and significant time behind bars. Growing up with 6 brothers and 6 sisters, Keefe D's childhood was immersed in gang culture. His mother's death from colon cancer in 1980, when he was 15, had a profound impact on him. In 2018, he revealed that he battled the same cancer in 2014, but is now in remission. However, any legal trouble could lead to imprisonment, considering the seriousness of cancer. Apart from losing his mother, Keefe D faced devastating family tragedies, with his 2 brothers passing away, one from cancer and the other through violence in Compton. The loss of his older brother to street violence deeply affected Keefe D, pushing him into a tumultuous life of crime, resulting in over a decade behind bars. He even engaged in intense conflicts, firing 2 clips into a rival gang member's residence. Keefe D's criminal history began in '71 due to peer pressure, and despite attempting to earn legitimate money at Compton College, he turned to the drug trade, finding financial success, at least in terms of money. The law eventually caught up with Keefe D, and he served time from 85 to 89. Rather than straightening out, prison toughened him further. After his release, he entered the hip-hop scene, rubbing shoulders with Eazy-E and former drug kingpin Harry O, a major player in Death Row Records, which launched artists like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Tupac. Keefe D spilled the beans about Tupac, who had ties to Harry O, and even had his sentence cut short by Trump in 2021 after being incarcerated since '88. Keefe D was also close to another Death Row co-founder, Suge Knight, with whom he had a history dating back to childhood. Despite their friendship, tensions arose when Keefe D collaborated with P. Diddy. Diddy, borrowing a lowrider for a music video, damaged it but compensated for the repairs, sparking a friendship even as Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records, founded by Diddy, were in fierce competition. Just 3 days after an awards ceremony, Tupac and others attacked an LA gang member in a Las Vegas hotel lobby, allegedly in retaliation for an earlier assault against someone linked to Death Row. This incident led to Suge Knight's arrest and, as per some police reports, contributed to Tupac being shot less than 3 hours later. According to Keefe D, the shots came from the back, and a person named Big Dre, also known as Orlando, shot Tupac. This revelation, along with Keefe D's memoir, Compton Street Legend, where he openly discussed his supposed role in Tupac's murder, drew significant attention. The interviews that followed put Keefe D in the spotlight, making him a target for Las Vegas police, who, fueled by his book and interviews, decided to revisit the case. In his memoir, Keefe D recounts the events leading up to Tupac's shooting in Las Vegas. According to him, Tupac and Suge Knight were in the city for a confrontation, and tensions flared in a hotel lobby when they encountered Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, a Southside Compton Crip. Keefe D claims that Knight's crew went after Anderson, an incident captured on camera, and then they headed to Club 662. Although they initially waited outside, they eventually went to another spot called the Carriage House. That's where they spotted Tupac in his BMW, and the shooting occurred at a red light on Las Vegas Boulevard. According to Keefe D, Tupac reached under his seat, retrieved a weapon, and chaos ensued. Shots were fired, with one of Keefe D's associates in the back returning fire. Keefe D insists that Tupac was not the innocent figure people portray, citing past incidents like shooting off-duty cops in Atlanta. After abandoning their bullet-riddled car, they anticipated a police pursuit. Keefe D denies being one of the shooters in his book, not explicitly naming them. However, in interviews, he reveals that his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, was the one who shot Tupac. Anderson, who had a previous issue with Tupac, was later killed in 1998. The other individuals present that night, Terrence Bubble Up Brown and DeAndre Freaky Smith, are also deceased. Brown was shot in LA in 2015, and Smith passed away from natural causes in 2004. more. During a search of Keefe D's residence, authorities found computers, bullets, and even a copy of his own book. Greg Kading suggests that Keefe D's book played a pivotal role in the charges, accusing him of implicating himself in the conspiracy. The charges include murder with a deadly weapon, and Keefe D is now the sole remaining member of the group allegedly involved in plotting Tupac's demise. In essence, Keefe D maintains his narrative, asserting that Tupac and Suge brought trouble upon themselves by dealing with Baby Lane, presenting a street perspective and referring to the killings as collateral damage. Many are puzzled by Keefe D's decision to openly share incriminating details about Tupac's death. To outsiders, it may seem illogical, but for Keefe, it was a deeply personal matter. Upon publishing his book and witnessing the widespread attention it garnered, he developed strong emotions. He believed it was his story to tell, his moment to reveal the truth about the legendary artist's fate. However, his sentiments took a hit when, 4 years later, in 2015, his book was adapted into a documentary. Keefe felt a twinge of jealousy seeing others profit from what he considered his narrative, resulting in a tarnished reputation for breaking the street code and cooperating with law enforcement. The situation worsened as Keefe observed the police, led by Greg Kading, benefit financially from the unfolding events. Unable to tolerate someone else dictating the narrative, he made the decision to publicly disclose the details. This choice essentially sealed his fate, as he began appearing on various podcasts and shows, openly discussing the events leading to Tupac's death. Greg Kading explained that Keefe D's strong desire to control the narrative and personally share the story motivated him to reveal what happened in '96. So, what do you think? Comment down below and let us know. If you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week, where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.